This lesson is about brush strokes. Your brushes are your most important tool, so it's important to know what you can do with them. I'm going to start by showing you an S stroke. I'm using acrylic paint today and a round brush to make an S stroke. I'm going to water that paint down a little bit so it's nice and creamy. Start on the very tip, push down, and come up to make an S. Very basic stroke we can use for a lot of things. I made a little bit of a border here next to it. This is a border. I can attach it. But you could also use this by itself as a flower petal or as a leaf even. S-strokes can be made a little wider with a flat brush. You get a little bit different effect. You see how it's wider like this? Use the chisel edge rather than the point of the brush. Different effect, same kind of stroke. The next most common stroke is a comma stroke. This too is done with a round brush. It all has to do with your hand pressure. Again, some wet paint, saturate the brush. I'm going to push to make the end of it and come up on the tip for a comma stroke. Push on the end, come up on the tip. Line work is very important. Liner brush does all of this fine tendril kind of work. You will wet the brush thoroughly. On the very tip of the brush, you work the line. If you push down, it's wider. If you're on the tip, it's more narrow. Brush strokes also create calligraphy. Like a calligraphy pen, a calligraphy brush has a flat edge. I get used for resources, my computer, look at all these welcomes, and an old book that I have. And you can use that to create all of this lettering, all part of brush strokes. With a little bit of guideline and some sketches, your brush does all the work.